That line from Platoon where he goes, sniff them pines, sniff that cross-mounted, you know what, down by the river. Hot damn. Notice I didn't use the word. I
appreciate that so much. We're evolving. You're evolving.
I am evolving.
We're Generation X, laughing at the world today. We're getting older, but we're still gonna play all day. Radio Labyrinth, our minds are a maze, navigating through the chaos of these modern days. Lost in the radio.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Radio Labyrinth.
Hi, everybody. I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. This is our post-Thanksgiving show. Post because it's a week after the weekend after Thanksgiving, but that's okay, right? We have been gone, and now we're back. And those of you who missed us, I hope you enjoyed our remote control show. Jeff and I went and checked out the new comedy club in Alpharetta, which is one of the northern suburbs of Atlanta, called Helium, and it's a chain of comedy clubs. And our friend Marshall Childs is one of the local investors. Marshall of Laughing Skull Lounge fame, and also used to run the Funny Farm. What a nice club. I thought it was really cool. I liked the way you got in and out. And the seating was okay. Jeff did a good job of getting us moved to more comfortable seats, although there was a lunkhead sitting in front of me, so I had to keep tilting my head all the time to be able to see the comedians, especially the opening guy. What was the opening guy's name?
Steve Wrigley.
Wrigley.
Also from New Zealand.
Yes, a New Zealander. But we saw Rhys Darby, who everybody knows from Flight of the Conchords. And what else has he been in?
What We Do in the Shadows, the movie.
Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah, Our Flag Means Death.
That's right.
Jumanji.
Well, we'll talk about things that are good. I didn't know what to expect. Jeff probably did, because you've probably seen him do stand-up someplace before, but I never have. They were just great stories and a lot of movement on stage, exactly what you'd think you'd get from him. But yeah, I didn't know if it was going to be jokes or if it was going to be him, and I really liked it, and I had a fun time. Chicken fingers tasted like every comedy club's chicken fingers, except for the Punchline, because the food comes from the Greek diner. And
do you think the bag is like a frozen bag of chicken fingers? It just says Comedy Club on the outside.
Yeah, they all go to the Comedy Club chicken fingers, and you know that you're going to be. I'm always disappointed when the French fries come out and they're those frozen ones with the coating on them. I don't like that coating. I want get a thing. They're not expensive. Go to Walmart and get a potato thing. You put the potatoes in it, whoom, and they're sliced. And you throw that shit in the oil, and they're good because they're
the chicken fingers and the French fries all come in the same bag, though. Too.
They do. They're Comedy Club,
so
or
they just reach in and grab a handful and throw it in the fryer, and then there's your order.
Right, or every bar on Tybee Island, they all have the same.
Yeah, isn't that's like a Sonic? Every single thing that you get from Sonic tastes like a funnel cake.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
except the funnel cake tastes like shrimp.
That's the irony. Yeah, it's weird.
But I do see us going there again to see comedians. They have a good lineup.
Yeah, Tell's coming early next year. We should go to that.
Yeah, if we can afford tickets. Well, they're only $40. But I will be interviewing people from that comedy club who are coming in on the Popcast, which is my radio show that I do on WSB, which is also a podcast. So that'll be fun to do. I like talking to comedians. I reached out to a comedian recently and have yet to hear back. I feel guilty. I have her phone number, and so I could text her, but I feel guilty doing that. I always say, you can just forward this to your publicist, and she can say no. But I'm saving the name because later in the show, it's my staff pick. But I do hope everyone had a real nice Thanksgiving and everybody's in the holiday spirit. I'm sure everybody on this show is ready for Christmas. Why, I just gave Jeff his Christmas present. You didn't open it yet, did you?
Nope.
Steph, I'll be giving her Christmas present when I go to her house to watch her football team kick my football team's ass.
Oh, I don't know about that, Tim.
Well, we'll see
about that. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yes.
I think Bills win this one, and then the Lions win the real one that comes in.
Probably be better if you flip that.
Y'all just settle down. The Lions are going to try and beat Green Bay tomorrow night in Green Bay with half the team on IR. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've signed people from pretty much everybody's practice squad all over the league to try and get through this. So we're just going to try and get through this game. Let's see what happens after this.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Other news, alien saucers continue to rain destruction upon Earth.
Aliens from outer space have invaded Earth.
This is an alien invasion.
This is an invasion.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a flying saucer.
That's the one I saw.
Barry! Invaders! Possibly from space!
It's a UFO!
Well, UFOs?
What?
You know, flying saucers.
Flying saucers. Maybe it's aliens. It's totally aliens.
Martians? Little green Martian people?
Alien invasion that was supposed to have happened on December 3rd and didn't materialize.
No, it happened. They just decided not to tell the stupid people.
All right, you're doing your Steve Martin.
You don't remember that? The Earth blew up and was completely destroyed? And we escaped to this planet on the giant space ark? And the government decided not to tell the stupider people because they thought it might...
Yes, it did not happen. And
I had lunch with him. It was nice.
You did?
I was sad to see him go.
What did he have?
I think he had chicken fingers and fries.
So a guy flew all the way here from Meepzorp
Yep.
to have wings and fries with you, or chicken fingers and fries.
Comedy Club, chicken fingers and fries.
Yeah.
That's right. Cliff High is a computer scientist known for creating a predictive system called predictive linguistics, some sort of software that he uses. His method that he started developing in the late 90s has been credited with predicting significant events, including the 2004 tsunami in Indonesia. His system works by detecting language patterns that seem to foreshadow significant global shifts, such as political events, blah, 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 blah. One of his most controversial predictions involved an alien invasion. He said it was going to happen following an appearance by Donald Trump on the Joe Rogan podcast. Humanity would experience a major extraterrestrial event, with the invasion expected to occur precisely 39 days after Joe Rogan had Trump on. And, well, that didn't happen. Oddly enough, it did not happen. And that's terrible that it didn't happen.
Well, it's when the prediction was made, Joe Rogan didn't have a podcast.
Yes.
It is kind of interesting that if you take the alien invasion part out of it, it is kind of correct. Everything that's happening with all the drones and Tic Tacs and the things in Manchester and Miami. So it is kind of happening at this time after he was on the podcast. Maybe not, you know.
I thought we were supposed to be like in hand-to-hand combat with them, though. I mean, I thought that was what the prediction was, is that we were actually going to be fighting them Independence Day style.
Yeah, in the skies was supposed to be a battle in the skies.
There's one in your house right now. It's like signs. It's just hiding behind the the fireplace, waiting for you to look away, and then it's going to
throw
jump
water on it.
I wouldn't doubt it. I truly wouldn't doubt it. I had to buy this compress eye mask thing for the fucking boll weevil that was living in my eyeball. And whenever I would put it on, granted, I was high when I put it on, but either way, it was like a sleep deprivation thing, and I could see all kinds of shit. Like I saw time and lasers and all kinds of stuff. So I think it's all happening, but you just have to you have to wear like a mask. You got to shut out one of your senses.
Put on some They Live glasses.
Exactly. And then you can see it happening.
Try these on. Look, you crazy mother. Put these on. Hey, stay away from me. I'm telling you, you dumb son of a...
I just want to see the alley fight between Steph and Tim. She tries to get him to put the goggles on.
That would be fun.
Tim wouldn't fight me. He'd put the goggles on.
I'd put the goggles on. Whatever you say, woman.
No, as soon as I said, put your dukes up, he'll just give them to me.
Yeah, just give me the goggles. Yeah, you ain't Roddy Piper.
I can't afford this deductible.
Tim would just go, hey, I didn't take it out for air.
But I didn't take it out for air.
Nice, Jeff. He has some great lines in movies, that guy. What is his name? Keith David, or is it David Keith?
Keith
David.
David Keith is the guy from Firestarter.
Right.
Here's it to Franco the Beans. There are several sacred things in this world that you don't ever mess with. One of them happens to be another man's fry.
You're a dead man, McCready. Or whatever the hell you are.
Come on. The fate of the planet is in the hands of a bunch of retards I wouldn't trust with a potato gun.
Motherfuckers like you that mug Rosa Parks. Who the fuck is Rosa Parks? Who the fuck is Rosa Parks? Who's Rosa Parks? Going on the prophesied. Brothers, you stupid, ignorant motherfucker.
And that line from Platoon where he goes, Sniff them pines. Sniff that cross mountain. You know what down by the river. Hot damn. Notice I didn't use the word.
I appreciate that so much. We're evolving. You're evolving.
I am evolving. But, speaking of deductibles, did you see what happened to that CEO of United Healthcare? Gunned down in the morning in New York City on the street by somebody that looked like they planned the hell out of this.
And a silencer.
Yeah, which are illegal in New York. It's strange that he was able to get one. It's a strange, weird thing. And if you watch the video, which the news isn't going to show you can see it on X, the whole thing. This guy's wearing a mask and a hoodie, and he's got a backpack, and he's all ready to go with gloves, and he has the gun with a silencer on it. And he knew when the guy was going to show up to wherever he was. He pew-pewed him, we'll talk like children, and unalived him right there in the streets of Manhattan. And as you're watching the video, the only surreal thing about it, other than what you're watching, is there's this poor lady just standing there holding a cup of coffee in a doorway, and the gunfire starts, and she just sort of like skitters away.
What can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make yourself invisible and sneak away.
I didn't see anything. But it was weird because if you watch the whole video, the guy picks up all of his shell casings.
I mean, I think he was a pro. Somebody hired him to do that.
Absolutely.
Shit.
They either hired him. Yeah, had to have been hired.
And then the wife says that he had been getting threats. He had been getting threats about coverage.
The wife did it.
You're saying that now?
Yeah.
Yep. Declarative statement.
The wife did it.
Now, of course, he's talking about the ending of...
It's got nothing to do with the insurance. His wife wanted him dead.
What?
And if it was...
That's how I predict what's going to happen. It's got nothing to do with the insurance. It's some kind of money, sex, or gambling thing.
Oh, it's definitely above somebody who couldn't get a surgery paid for. You think they're going to be able to afford to pay somebody to kill him? So no, right. I don't believe that shit at all.
And then you know that if you go to the dark web to find a hitman, you're going to get scammed because that podcast.
Yeah, it's all FBI agents.
Yeah,
posing as a hitman.
Or it takes not covering someone who has a special set of skills.
I have a very special set of skills.
Well, he was there
having cancer.
He was there for a big conference.
Oh.
He had flown in from Wisconsin, and that's where he was on his way to that conference that morning in Midtown Manhattan. So whoever was targeting him, they knew. I don't know if they were trying to keep him from talking at that conference. Maybe he was going to tell him something.
Well, he was going to testify, or he had some hearing he was about to go to. I saw that on TikTok or X, whatever. It's a very trustworthy story, I'm sure, that I read.
Let's ask P. Diddy. I bet he knows.
Nah, he's busy in jail.
Hunter Biden did it.
Well, if he did, he's in trouble because his pardon...
No, he's been pardoned.
No. His pardon was from last week, whenever he was pardoned, going all the way back to 2014, which is odd.
No, he gets future pardons?
Yeah. He's just going to go out and bang every hooker from here to Kyiv.
Shit, that probably was Hunter Biden in that black outfit then.
Allegedly.
It's time for news, trailers, and trends with Steph.
So I know you guys are jacked about this Noah Hawley version of Alien show that's going to be coming on FX next year.
A show on TV?
Alien Earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be like Galactica 1980. They're going to have flying motorcycles.
Without the cool motorcycles. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes place, and this one is on Earth. And I mean, AVP was on Earth, but this is like...
AVP isn't canon though, right?
Right. This is canon. And so canon-wise, this is the first time the Xenomorphs will be home on Earth. So that's going to make it a little extra creepy. But I think it's set in 2121 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I watched Resurrection. That was pretty good.
I mean, Romulus?
Romulus, yes.
Yeah, it was good. It was real good. I liked it a lot.
Did you like the human alien at the end?
It was a good way for them to completely mesh all of the previous Alien movies into one. It had an aspect of every one of them.
Did you find I felt like I didn't care as much about the characters?
I didn't care about any of them. I cared about the robot.
Yeah. Yeah, the android more so. And the lore part I thought was really good. I thought having it happen in between, right after Ripley had blown the ship up, and that they knew the whole time that it was there.
Yeah, I like the lore, and the special effects are great or whatever. I like the story, but I didn't care about any of the actors or any of the characters at all.
I didn't care about the actors. I did think that one scene was really cool with the acid floating.
Yeah.
That was a trip. I had never seen that before. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well, this one is going to star Sydney Chandler, the daughter of Kyle Chandler. And we're going to have our wonderful, gorgeous, handsome Timothy Oliphant is going to be on here as well. So that alone is going to sell it for me. I'm going to watch it no matter what, even if I didn't love Alien.
All right. Well, that sells it for me. I'll definitely watch it if he's in it.
Well, it's coming out summer 2025 on FX or Hulu, and it's going to be called Alien Earth. And, I haven't watched a whole lot of Saturday Night Live this year, but I will watch the last 2 episodes of this year because they got Chris Rock hosting, and then they got Martin Short hosting.
I'm in. By himself?
Yeah.
I'm in. Does Martin Short do his characters when he's on?
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah.
Do Ed Grimley, maybe?
That would be cool to see a modern-day Ed Grimley.
50th anniversary. Maybe he'll bust something out.
Yeah.
Every time he's on there, Martin Short, it's hysterical. I don't care what
that Scrooge sketch
they put him in. Oh,
that Scrooge sketch last year was so good.
It was so good.
Yeah, I don't know how many people remember this, but he was only on for 1 season. Isn't that weird? You think that he would have been on for a long time, but only just 1 season?
So we're all going to watch at least the Martin Short one, right?
I'm going to watch both.
I'll watch them both.
I'm sure Chris Rock's going to do all stand-up for his monologue.
Yeah. Probably. I don't watch it anymore, but I'll watch it with a host that I know. I'm too old. I don't know who any of these people are.
Well, that's why I figured.
I see on Fly on the Wall, there's somebody who did 4 seasons. I don't even know who the fuck they are. I don't listen to that. But I just listened to the Victoria Jackson one. That one was good. But that's okay. Yeah.
Well, here's what I wanted to ask you guys. Nick Cannon is seeking help for his narcissistic personality disorder. I didn't think that you could help people with narcissism. I thought that was incurable.
I think it is incurable. He should do something about his prolific baby making.
Just give him a vasectomy and
isn't that a part of the narcissism?
Having all the kids?
To see himself over and over and over.
Yeah. He's self-replicating.
Right. And even when you...
Xenomorph.
Even when you read the article about it and he's talking about it, he sounds narcissistic when he's talking about it.
Yeah. How about just don't be a narcissist?
Man, I never understood this. When I saw this story, I was like, that's not really what narcissist who's trying to get over narcissism would do. They wouldn't mention it at all.
Right.
So I think he's going to need a lot more help than he's currently getting.
That's like telling your hooker that you're going to do something about your sex addiction right after I nut.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of crazy that the NFL fined Patrick Mahomes more than $14,000 for his violent gesture during the Bills game. I don't know if you saw that, where he
went like this.
He acted like he shot at the sky.
Yeah.
And they fined him $14,000 for that.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't like this stuff. Let these players have fun. I don't understand it.
Yeah, that does not make any sense at all. Even like the end zone celebrations, I know that they'll allow them to a certain extent, but it's like they really don't want them to have very much fun.
No, they don't want you to have fun. They certainly don't want you getting hurt like they used to get hurt. But I have a feeling that outside of head injuries, people didn't seem to get hurt as much as they do now. It'd be over conditioning or maybe not getting hit enough. I don't know. They're a money league now. The NFL's money. They're funded by pharmaceutical companies, alcohol, and drug companies. That's what
sports betting.
Sports betting, yes. Same thing as a drug. But they're sports betting, yeah. So, they don't want their people getting hurt, but I don't understand why making a fun little Tommy gun gesture is going to get you fined $14,000.
Yeah, me either.
You can afford it.
I wish they would just go double down and go all in on that, and just, if they're sponsored by all those things, just pump the players full of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Let them kill each other.
Dustin was more violent.
Yeah, we need we need to just step it up for this generation. Just death ball.
Yes.
Do you know who does Malcolm Barrett play on The Boys? Do you guys know?
No.
He's that dude that he was on Better Off Ted.
Yes, right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's like when you see him, you know him. You've seen him around or whatever. Well, he got accused of SAing somebody last week. She said that she woke up and he was diddling her.
Don't do that, guys. Don't do that.
Final season's already been wrapped, so they can't really cut him out of it. Or maybe they can. I don't know. Of the Boys.
And an actor to, just superimpose over his face.
That's what I was going to say. They'll probably just AI him.
Yeah.
Yeah, digital.
He SAs and he gets AI'd.
Don't SA. There's no reason to SA. Ever. No reason. Don't do it. Don't SA. There's no reason to SA. Unless you have a proclivity for it. But especially if you're famous.
It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. But my last little thing that I wanted to say, and I think this is such a lovely little story, is that there will be a comedy royalty union when Eddie Murphy's daughter and Martin Lawrence's son get married.
That's cool.
Yeah, they just got engaged. So talk about a lineage.
Do those two like each other?
Yeah. Yeah, they've been friends for a long time.
The families have been at war for thousands of years.
It's like a Capulets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they ever do a movie together?
Yeah, they did Life.
Yeah.
About being in the prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said it wrong. It's the son of Eddie Murphy and the daughter of Martin Lawrence. I apologize.
Okay. That's fine. That's okay.
So it'll be a Murphy.
It'll be a Murphy.
Yes, it will be a Murphy. And if this kid doesn't do something special, I mean, they might as well just throw it in the trash. Because, I mean, like, if you got all that going for you and you don't do anything with it, my God.
Yes. Well,
but that's all my news, guys.
Congratulations. Thank you, Steph. Hey, if you're in Conyers and you're hungry, or if you're in any part of the area near Conyers, Georgia, which is right outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and you're hungry and you want some really good pizza or gyros, why not check out Atlanta Pizza and Gyro? They've proudly been serving the East Metro Atlanta area for over 40 years. They're a great place to be this winter, and Atlanta Pizza and Gyro is ready for the holiday season. Now, no need to break traffic laws and smuggle it in from Texas, you bandits. Stop by AP&G and get $3.50 Coors Banquet stubby bottles and more. They've got the best gyros, pizzas and hot subs, and Greek and Italian specialties around. Stop by Monday through Friday, 11 to 9 p.m., and on Saturday from noon to 9 p.m. They are closed on Sundays. Tuesday nights, they have team trivia from 7 to 8:30. Bring your smartest friends and test your trivia knowledge against the best Conyers has to offer. And if it's just like Dustin, for example, you have a good chance of winning.
I wash my hair with their house dressing.
Or you put one of those caps on so it really soaks into your scalp.
Exactly. And then whatever drips out in the night makes like a lovely little 2 a.m. snack.
By the way, their food truck is on blocks until the end. No, for the winter. I'm sorry.
For the winter season?
Yeah. All right. Hey, do you have a commercial or residential construction printing need? Well, what are you waiting for? Contact LDI Repro Printing of Athens. They've been in Athens, Georgia since 2005 with fast turnaround and affordable prices. Call 706-316-9366 or email them at athens@ldiline.com.
Hello, America. I'm Casey Kasem. This week, we go back to December 7th of 1979. The number one song in the United States was Babe by Styx. The number one movie, and I don't know why because it's boring as F, Star Trek, the motion picture. The number one television show, of course, was 60 Minutes. And for some reason, the 1979 World Series, which had been over with for a month and a half, went to the Pirates, who beat the Orioles 4-3. Tim Andrews lived in Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, and was just about ready to move back to his hometown of Mansfield, where he would be in Mrs. Stoller's 4th grade class with Jeff, and the rest is history. Oh yeah, happy birthday to Bradley Robert Edwards, a.k.a. the Claremont serial killer, who is currently serving life for the killing of 2 Australian women after they attended popular Perth nightclub, the Claremont. Bradley, perhaps the biggest thing to come out of the land down under since Crocodile Dundee and Air Supply, wanted to kill every woman in the world, but ended up getting lost in love with the scent of blood and got caught red-handed. He'll be eligible for parole in 40 years. Hope to see ya on the outside, Brad. Now, on with the countdown.
I listened to some podcasts. We talk about that in the podcast universe. I've been listening to the SNL book live from New York, but I did manage to catch Jim Gaffigan on Conan. That was really good. And I also listened to Tim Dillon, which was good. And
I finished the first book of Dungeon Crawler Carl. I know Dustin's on the 5th book now, but I finished the first one.
Cool. So yeah, when are you going to listen to the one I narrated?
I got a credit coming up this week.
Yeah, right.
I think it goes out on Friday, so I'll buy it then. But I did listen to the preview, and it sounded real good. And I listened to Fly on the Wall with Patton Oswalt. He was on today's episode. It's good. They talk a lot about Planet of the Apes.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't on SNL ever, was he?
No, but he's just a big movie buff, and so is Dana. So, they start talking about 60s sci-fi movies.
Oh, sweet. I'll check that out.
It's good.
I listened to, this is a Tim Allen recommendation, In the Land of Lies. It's another Sean Kipe podcast, and it's about this Gwinnett County cop who back in the early 90s supposedly murdered this woman and stole a bunch of money from her. And he's been in prison for almost 30 years now. And as you find out that the whole police force was completely corrupt, the guy definitely did not do this.
The Menendez brothers did it.
Yeah.
Well, he was collecting information on other cops that were doing shady shit. And then all of a sudden, bam, they're saying that he, who was a very good cop, nobody had anything bad to say about, that he just killed this old lady and stole $7,000 from her.
For $7,000 he killed her? Jesus.
Right.
That won't get you far in life.
So if you listen to it, man, it'll piss you off to hear all the bullshit. And that piece of crap, Danny Porter, the district attorney for Gwinnett County, which I've only ever heard bad things about that jerk. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's called In the Land of Lies, and it's a trip.
Let's see, I listened to the Ralph Report, which I do every week, but this was good. They kind of got a new studio now.
Are you getting the Tell 'em Steve Dave Christmas special?
Yeah, I'm about halfway through it. I haven't listened to all of it yet, but it's good. It's always good.
It's great.
Two Bears, One Cave with Dax Shepard, but it was just Bert and Dax, and it was I don't know. It wasn't very good.
Why not?
Dax is always funny, but it's funny watching people that are smarter than Bert talk to Bert.
That's like everybody.
Yeah.
Didn't he tell that story about being in a restaurant with Kristen? And
and she was and somebody, he was mad. They were mad because Dax was wearing a T-shirt instead of a button-up shirt in a nice restaurant, and so she told him to pay for the guy's meal. And he was like, that was like the coldest thing. I never thought I could get satisfaction out of paying for someone else's meal, but man, it felt good.
Because the wife knew her. The wife saw her and was like, oh my God, it's Kristen Bell. And the guy just got up once he realized that, and he just walked out the side door and he left.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he was just so embarrassed. His wife was going to give him hell the whole way home. And like you said, I finished the 4th book in Dungeon Crawler Carl, started the 5th one, and Selfies.
Yeah, everybody go out and read or listen to Selfies by Scott A. Young. I'm not related to him. Yeah, he's my cousin. But that doesn't mean it's not a book that I enjoy doing and listening to and reading at all. I think you'll like it. Dustin likes it so far, right?
Yes, it's great sci-fi. If you like sci-fi, it's right up your alley. Plus, I mean, Tim does a great job at narrating it. I would forget that it was Tim, which is what you're supposed to do.
Somebody told me that. A listener told me that. It goes, I was halfway into it before I realized it. I forgot it was you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to listen to it, Tim. I swear to God.
This is how I do the main character. Oh, the hell, I'm in outer space. Let's go fly around in the sky in outer space. I'm from North Carolina.
It's so authentic.
In the future, everyone from North Carolina sounds like this.
Can I tell you guys a quick story real quick for Thanksgiving? Yeah. When I was at my in-laws' house, my niece and then my great niece, the baby, they were in Alabama at my sister's house. My mom, back in Michigan, is getting pictures in our group text of the baby in Alabama having Thanksgiving there. And the baby is wearing different outfits. And then these outfits have these little ribbons and things on their head. And then my mom, after 2 pictures come through with the baby, with these, my mom in the group text on Thanksgiving, oh no, what's with the dumb hats? My niece, those aren't hats. They're custom made bows and they're adorable, not dumb. My mom, they are silly looking. Who made them? Well, after she texted that, my sister texted her on the side and said, Lucas, which is my niece's boyfriend, his grandma made them. My mom, instead of texting her back, texts back in the group, his grandma made these hats. They are awful.
Oh, my God.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You got to applaud her honesty. You got to applaud her honesty.
Yep.
No one ever tells anyone, you know, those bows you're making your kid wear, they're dumb. They look bad. They're dumb.
And for the next couple of days, she's backpedaling. Well, why is everybody mad at me? Why is everybody mad at me?
Well, Mom, figure it out.
Your mom needs to do a podcast.
Yeah.
What's with the dumb? And it'll be called "What's with the Dumb Hats?"
Yeah,
it's the name of the
that's a great name.
Yeah, I want her reaction on just anything. Just get a closed circuit
she
camera
just
somewhere.
goes through TikTok live and finds people wearing hats and criticizes them.
And then the next thing you know, she'll be on Joe Rogan talking about her podcast. Oh yeah, wow, that's cool, man. Wow.
The first time I listened to "What's with the Dumb Hats," I was like, "What is that?"
Views.
Or.
Snooze.
And we're back. Surprise, motherfucker.
We are back. Thank you, Sergeant Dokes. It's time for Views or Snooze.
Yeah, this is all from last week. I didn't update it, but Yacht Rock documentary. Everybody watch that? It was so good.
So
Have not yet, but I'm going to. You guys all watched it, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
so good. You'll love it.
I'm going to watch it this week. And of course, I love that music. And I saw the ending of it, or one of the credit scenes on TikTok, and Jeff said that was in the movie.
Yeah, it's the very end of the movie where
Donald
they call Donald Fagen.
Yeah.
So that's a Views. Beatles 64, that documentary came on Disney Plus the end of November.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that too. It looks good. And Star Wars Skeleton Crew, I watched the first 2. I'm enjoying it. I know Tim won't watch it, but it's like Goonies, Stranger Things, kind of in Star Wars universe.
There's gooning in it?
No, it's like Goonies.
Yeah, the guy's stroking his lightsaber for half
there's
an hour.
Jude Law in it. That's good enough.
Is it?
He's a pretty man.
How do you know I like Jude Law? When have I ever?
You like that Pope show he was on?
I like Jude Law. Oh, that's Jude Law?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like the Pope show. The Pope show was way more interesting to me than Star Wars Babies.
Yeah, you won't watch it, but it's good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to trash it. I'm never going to watch it. So.
It's fun. I like the little elephant kid.
Yeah.
Does he have elephantitis? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not an animal. I'm a Jedi. Let me ask you this. Are there lesbian space witches in this?
No.
I'm out.
I'm out. No.
I'm out. I'm just not going to listen. Wars has progressed so far. You can't pull it back.
There was a little creature from Captain EO in it, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little cat bird thing.
Aw. Have you guys seen?
Now it's canon.
Have you guys seen the casting choices they're going to be making for the new Harry Potter series?
No.
The only one was the Mark Rylance. That's the only one I'd seen so far.
Well, Snape is no longer. Never mind. I'm not even going to get it. It's culture war shit. They're baiting you. They have an African American actor or an African act. I don't even know what to say. A black guy is going to be playing Snape, and they put it out on X today that they offered this actor the job. I'm sure he's a great actor. In fact, I know who he is, and he is a great actor. But he's going to be playing Snape, and all the posts are, well, we know who's going to get mad about this. I'm like, I'm not going to get mad about it. I'm not going to watch the Harry Potter series because the movies and the books are all I need.
I'm going to watch it. I've been watching The Baking Show. It's
The Baking Show would be fun.
The Baking Show rocks.
They're going to make a sorting hat cake and you can eat it, and the cake boss will come in and wave his wand and turn you into a can of soup. I don't know, but I'm not watching the new series. I don't like it when they retell. It doesn't need to be retold. The movies, they're masterpieces, most of them. No.
And from previous views of Snooze, the Ted Danson show on Netflix is so good. I watched.
Everybody loves that.
One day, it's fan-fucking-tastic.
Everybody loves that show. But anyway, I'm not watching the new Harry Potter, even if Ted Danson is playing Dumbledore. Then again, I might.
What if Chapel Roan?
If she gets anywhere near it, I'll blow up my TV with a rocket. Tired of hearing that woman's name. I don't give a shit about it. Do you? Does anybody care about her?
She's got a great voice.
She does. She's a good singer. Shut the fuck up. It's like
I liked her on SNL.
She's cool, but
she's really good.
Social media was a mistake. A lot of things are a mistake. Like Wicked could be a great movie. All those songs could be fantastic, but I'll never watch it because the press tour that they did made me want to throw up. All they do is cry. The woman shaved her eyebrows off. I don't know. I'm not intolerant. I don't care. Shut up. Go talk about the movie. Do you know that your movie really empowered people? It did. Who? I read it online. Oh my God. That's basically every interview that they did.
I had to go to Target today to buy a bunch of crap for work for our Christmas contest, and there was Wicked stuff everywhere for kids. Are kids really into this movie?
No, their parents are.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I can't see a bunch of kids going, "Oh, I gotta have this from Wicked." Huh?
How many kids are into Star Wars? Like real kids, like 10-year. I don't talk to a lot of 10-year-olds, but I have a 3-year-old and he doesn't care about it. It's for us. All this stuff is for us and millennials. Millennials love the shit out of Wicked.
Yeah.
So I'll eventually see that movie. So you're saying I should watch Skeleton Crew and the new Harry Potter? I don't know how I got off on this tangent.
Yeah, show Skeleton Crew to Gil and see if he likes it. He might like the little kids.
I don't let him watch anything with violence in it.
Yeah, there's some violence.
If he sees a video on YouTube with a fire and he'll go, that has violence in it, Daddy. I'm like, that's right. It's also boring as hell.
Well, then why does he still punch you in the face? I don't understand where he's getting it from then.
I don't know. He kicks and punches. That's his. We talked about it this morning. And I said, kicking and punching is not good. And he said, yes, it's not good. And then I tried to get him dressed and whack.
Well, you might as well just let him watch violent stuff then. He's already violent.
I don't want him to watch violent stuff. I'm going to make him watch Happy Days.
You don't want him to get any better at it.
Yeah, Fonzie will be showed restraint. All right, let's do our staff picks. I'll go first. My staff pick this week is Mary Lynn Ricegub's comedy special, which debuted, right now. It's available on 800-Pound Gorilla Media. Or you can wait until the 19th of December and watch it on YouTube or listen to it on streaming audio platforms. I think she's very funny, and I also think she's a good actress, and so I like to support her stuff.
Mine is the Superman, the Christopher Reeve story.
I saw that's coming
Tearjerker.
Yeah, it's on
streaming now.
It's on VOD right now, but it'll be streaming in 2 weeks.
Streaming like your tears down your face.
If you can make it through the trailer without crying, you're doing pretty good. It kind of makes you relive all those really cool Superman moments when you get goosebumps as a kid. Still works.
Mine's Pop Culture Jeopardy. Starts today. It's Wednesday when we record on Amazon Prime. Hosted by Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live.
I bet you that it's going to be good.
Yeah, and you can compete as teams, not individuals. So it's going to be an interesting twist on Jeopardy and pop culture, of course.
And I like Colin hosting it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the hell of it.
I think I told you the other night I watched, what's his name, Mikey
Day?
Yeah, Is It Cake?
We watched Is It Cake, like a Christmas one, thinking Gil would be interested, but he wasn't. But my wife and I were.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the holiday one. It's great.
Yeah.
Mine is December 13th, Dexter, Original Sin, the prequel series, comes out on Paramount Plus.
Yes, I'm in. I wasn't gonna, but I'm in. You sucked me in.
And you got to watch Landman, Tim. Landman is the shit.
Oh yeah, Landman's awesome.
Good.
Thanks for the recommendation.
You will love Landman.
How many episodes? Billy Bob. It's like real Billy Bob.
His daughter is such a skank. I love it.
So is his wife.
Yeah.
How many episodes in is it?
5?
4 or 5. Yeah.
Oh, there's been 4.
We watched the first 4. There's one in the hopper that we haven't watched yet, but every single one of them are great. And it really tells you so much about that industry that you wouldn't know. They give you so much of the, inside ball talk about it. And he's just so classic Billy Bob, so sarcastic and funny. He has great lines. It's excellent.
Demi Moore's in it?
Yeah, she plays John Hamm's wife.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, John Hamm too. Singer Mark Colley. That's cool. I'll check it out.
Speaking of her, The Substance, if you guys hadn't watched that yet.
I want to watch it. I don't think it's streaming for free yet, though.
No, it's not for free yet. But man, it is. If you like body horror, like old Cronenberg type stuff, yeah, it's like it goes wacky, like in the third act. But real good.
I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's in theaters, right?
Yeah, it's on VOD too.
Oh, okay. That means it's on the website I go to watch movies that are on VOD. One other thing before we get to wrapping up and everything is, I don't know if I plugged this yet. And Dustin, have I plugged NeuralViz, the YouTube channel NeuralViz?
Doesn't sound familiar.
It is completely AI generated, very short, 2, maybe 5 minute, maybe 10-minute videos about a future Earth that has been taken over by these interdimensional beings who are really, really stupid. And they came to the planet through a portal by a gumball company that was trying to create the ultimate gumball. Okay, if I don't have you yet, they mock our culture very, very well. They have a show called The Cop Files, which sort of is like Cops. And then they have Unanswered Oddities. And again, the voices and the video are all AI, but it's like AI put to good use. So check it out if you're interested in stuff like that. It's kind of funny. Just watch the first couple of episodes and you might get addicted. I sent you one, Dustin. I don't know if
you I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. That stuff's crazy.
Absurd. Exploring the monoverse through past, present, and future broadcasts of multimedia. Check it out. NeuralViz. All right, everybody, let's do some plugs. My plugs this week is the podcast version of the most recent episode of The Popcast, which is my show on WSB Radio. I have Cake Boss Buddy Valastro talking about his 2 new shows that are on Hulu right now, and also Joel Hextra, who is the lead guitarist for Trans-Siberian Orchestra. He comes on and we talk about that, his upcoming show in Atlanta, plus all the bands that he's played with, and the fact that he was on Dancing with the Stars this season with Gene Simmons. So check that out. It's available wherever podcasts are found.
I love Cookie Cupcake Cake, by the way.
That show is awesome. I love it. Oh, she's great. She's so bubbly and fun. Oh yeah, by the way, a couple of people have asked me, and if I don't get to it, it definitely will come back in January. I'll start doing Trambles again. Just haven't had time. We'll get back to it. Hey, listen, how would you like to support this podcast? Well, you could become a Patreon member at patreon.com/Tim Andrews. And at any level, you'll get our free Radios in the Dark episode that comes out every Wednesday and on our Patreon page. And it's a lot of fun. We talk for a little bit, but also, guess what? You get incentives and stuff. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun to support us. It's a lot of fun to support your favorite podcast or your second or third or fourth or fifth favorite podcast. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to subscribe and like and turn on the notifications and all that jazz, and comment on the videos. Anything you want to put in there, we'll read them. We didn't have any to read this week, or we would have. But leave some and we'll read them. We enjoy getting your comments. And listen, you could become a producer of the show. What does that mean? That means you get a credit every week on the show. You're actually producing this show, making sure that we keep going, chugging along. And so that's at $25 a month. And for that, I'd like to thank John Allen, Matt Carter, Chris Chandler, Mike D, Jim Fortner, Terry Fuller, Roby Neely, Jeff Peterson, Tim Slayton, Brian, and DJ Chelsea Smith, who I still want to talk to about her new career. And by the way, $25 a month, you get a t-shirt from our t-shirt store and one of my doodles, or I'll draw something for you. I'll sketch it out on a piece of paper and drop it in the mail, and you tell me what you want, I'll do that for you.
And congratulations to Chris Chandler. His daughter got married last weekend.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and he looked pretty spiffy in his tux, and his daughter is just a knockout. So
nice. Good for him.
The husband better treat her right.
Yes, or we'll sick Jeff on him. That's all I got for this week. And anything else before we go? You got nothing. Check out Helium Comedy Club. All right, we'll talk to you next week. Until that time, please remember to keep it canon.
Well, what do you say? All good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?
Lost in the radio.